Welcome to this how-to guide. So today we're going to look at how to sew on an embellishment to your fabric. And the embellishment I've chosen to show is sewn on sequences. Now we're going to use a method of sewing the sequences individually into a back stitch. So if you want to recap, follow the back stitch video of embroidery to catch up on how to do back stitch before we move on to the next stage. With that, you need your fabric attached to your embroidery hoop, nice and tight, and you want your embroidery thread and needle with a wee knot. So what I want to do is I want to find where I want to start, so I'm going to start here. And first of all, I'll put a knot on one side of the thread, so I'm going to put a wee bit of a sequence on one. And because the sequences, the holes will be smaller with the embroidery thread, you can use thinner thread and thinner needles. But I've chosen to use. So you then want to start off your back stitch by going into the side of the sequence. You then want to, in a line, come up the next bit, get a sequence. This is the easiest method to locate it onto your fabric. Putting your sequences onto the needle directly, and because it's easier sometimes to also set it down, then you want to then go back into the stitch, the previous stitch, and into the sequence hole, and then bring it up. And then you continue to repeat this process by popping the sequence onto the needle, turn over the needle head, turn the thread through. Once it's through, then you're going back into the previous stitch, like so, and pulling down. And then you can do that row as long as you need. And once you get to the end, what you do is instead of putting a sequence on, this time you want to pull your thread up and go back into the stitch, the previous sequence, pulling through, closing off. And that's how you sew on sequences using a back stitch method. By using thicker thread, you will see a difference in how it sits. That'll look a lot more uniform in style. If you use thinner thread, it will be easier to sew, but also can be done